Good morning, everyone. It's time for Fab Friday. I hope you have had a wonderful week. It's been a good week for me. I've been a busy morning, but I am ready to go. Thank you to everyone who voted. I put out 2 different looks yesterday and said, which look would you like to see? And look number 1 was the winner, and I'm calling that one Pretty in Pink because it had a lot of pink, which would be very nice for the springtime. Although we do have a winter weather watch advisory for tomorrow, but putting that aside, we're going to go for a nice springtime look and hope that spring comes along with it. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Elizabeth. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everyone. Always looking forward to having our Fab Fridays. Thank you again for joining me. Good morning, Janice. The responses for these videos has been really wonderful, and I have to say that I've been really appreciating the private messages that people have been sending me saying that they've really been enjoying the videos, that they've been putting some of the tips that they've learned into action and have been getting compliments on their hair and their makeup, and they're feeling more confident and having more fun with their makeup routines. And that is actually, the overall goal for me is for you all to enjoy your makeup routines, to not have any fear about it, to have more confidence, and to feel better about yourselves. Makeup is just a tool for us to accentuate our natural features and to make the best of them. And if we use that as a tool, then we can just make ourselves feel better about the way we are. If you go completely without makeup, that's fine. If you put a lot of makeup on, that's fine. That's up to you. I just got a low battery message. I better hurry, right? I'm trying to think if I have a charger to put charge in. So let's go. Let's get going. First off, we're going to start with our eyebrows. I've got a brand new Sherri Jessee Brow Balm, and we're going to use that. Good morning to you, Miss Nancy. And we're going to use this brush. This brush is available on my website as well as the Brow Balm is. And I'm going to just kind of dust into this, and I'm going to use it just to kind of fill in right here where I have a little bit more of a bare spot, where my eyebrows have gotten thinner. You guys know I always start off with the eyebrows. It's very important. Now this Pretty in Pink look is going to be a little bit, not a super heavy look. Good morning, Lydia. It's going to be fresh. We're going to go for a fresh look. And being that I only have 20% battery, it's going to have to be a fast look. All right, so we got some brows done. Love this brow balm. It goes on super easy with this nice brush. We can get some nice detail, some finer detail wherever we need it. And we don't have to take a lot of time with our makeup. We can get this on fast, and I'll turn around to the spoolie end and kind of brush that out a little bit. All right, so there's the eyebrows first. Need to get some brow balm, absolutely. I've got this brow balm and this very nice brow brush, both available on my website, sherrijessee.com. All of the products that I'm using today, I'm going to be having available, most all of them, on my website, sherrijessee.com. So if you're interested in purchasing any of them, you can go there on my website. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Now, I changed out, you know, my magnetic palette, I changed out the color. I put a new color in this morning, and this is absolutely beautiful. It's got a pink for the blush and a little highlight color, and I'm going to use these also not only on my cheeks but also on my eyes. So I'm going to start off with a nice fluffy brush, a light fresh look, so I'm just going to go into that and then just put just a little bit of wash of color over my eyelid. This particular color is kind of like a champagne. Good morning, Miss D. I hope you're doing well and having a good week. Had a good week? All right, and now I'm going to go. Can I recommend specific colors? This particular one is called Ripe Watermelon, and it is a highlighter blush combo, and I will put this on my website. you can get this. It's a Mary Kay product, which I sell, Mary Kay. You can get it from me or from your current Mary Kay representative. All right, so I like to put just a little bit of pink there up here in like the crease line. And this is a really good brush because it's soft and fluffy and allows me to kind of just like do a little bit of a windshield wiper, a little curly action back and forth. So we're just getting just a little wash of color there. This is a very light, fresh look. So started off with this one first, so the eyelid, and then went back in with this lighter, the watermelon color, into the crease line. Now the next thing, I'm going to put a little bit of an eyeliner. And good morning, Bethany. I hope you're enjoying your new haircut. Let's see here, the brush. This is the Sigma Beauty E06 brush, and it comes to a tiny, tiny point. And I'm going to use the Sherri Jessee Luxe Cream Liner. We're going to do a cat eye, and I'm going to lightly touch into here. And then from this point, and wish me luck, good morning, Sherry. Going to go from the eye. Now this is something we've been practicing with. If you have, okay, so going right from the edge of the eye and out. If you have a little bit of a hooded eye or sagging here, you have to make sure that the wing is below that point. That's the key. We've been practicing working with this on different eye shapes. And if your eye is a little hooded or a little sagging, and I have to say I've been noticing, according to maybe how much sleep I've had, I have a little more sagging on some days than others. But I think the key is that we want to have that wing, make it a little more on the horizontal. Because if you bring it up really vertical, that's when it gets in with the hooded part, okay? So bring your wing out a little bit from the edge of your eye and out, wing it out a little bit more on the horizontal. Don't make it straight up vertical, if that makes sense. And I do the bottom line and then I do the top line like a triangle, and then I fill in those two spaces. Good morning to everyone that's joining in. Thank you for watching my Fab Friday video. This will be available. You can watch this later on. The video, you can always watch them. I save them into my video file. I have a special video folder on my Facebook. Okay, guys, that said 10% battery. That is not going to work. I'm going to have to go get a charger. So we're charging and we're good to go. Good morning to my sister Lisa and good morning to my sister Karen. How nice for you all to join me this morning, and how blessed am I to have two wonderful sisters. So thank you so much for that. Now we got our eyebrows on. I think I got them on in record time because I thought maybe I can get this done before the battery goes out, but not so. So we got the charging going and we are ready to go. We got the eyebrows with the eyebrow balm. I got the cat eye really, really fast with our Luxe Cream Liner. We started off with our brow balm. I worked with that the nice brushes, angled brushes, the little tiny points, so I can be very detailed. So that's important. Now the next step I'm going to put on is some mascara. And this is brand new tube, and this one is Mary Kay Lash Intensity. And we're going to use that one today. This has a big fluffy brush. This will give us kind of thickened eyelashes. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Now whenever you're doing your mascara, well, one thing, if you make a mistake, better clean it up right quickly. But start at the base of your lashes and kind of push in and then zigzag up. So if you start there at the base and push and then zigzag up, it actually helps to like lift and curl your lashes. Let's go ahead, I'll reload my brush because we want this to be nice and thick. This is the Mary Kay Lash Intensity mascara. I started off with we're doing a really nice light pink look, and we're calling this Pretty in Pink, and I used for my shadow the Ripe Watermelon Highlight Blush Combo, and I'm going to also use that on my cheeks. So we're going to go for a really pretty and pink look today because we are going to help summons springtime. If not in the weather, we'll do it in our hearts because we love the sunshine. Have y'all been noticing how beautiful everything is though? All the trees are beginning to get their buds of leaves, the cherry blossoms out, the red buds. Just really, really beautiful. So we just have to take time to look around and enjoy the beauty that's around us and spend time with our family and our friends and be very thankful. And that in itself, having a nice thankful heart, will help make us look better and take years off of us without ever doing any makeup or skincare. Just being thankful. All right, so there is the mascara. Now the next step that we want to do with this look, let's go on with some foundation. And this one is the Luminous Foundation. I carry this also on my website. I'm going to be working with the color Buff. I'm going to start out with, I'm going to squirt a little bit out onto my hand, just a small squirt. And then I'm going to take this and kind of dot this around my face. And I like to do things differently, try different methods. So I thought we would try with this, do something a little bit different. I don't normally work with one of these beauty blenders, but I thought we would do that today. That we would go with a beauty blender. So I'm going to work with that Luminous Foundation, dot that around my face. And now we're going to go with the beauty blender. Now with these little sponges, they're spongy. You damp them first, wet them down, and then you will squeeze out the water. And then you kind of press the color into your face. So there are more than one way of doing things. You could use your fingers. You could use a makeup brush. You could use a beauty blender. One way isn't necessarily better than another, in my opinion. When you're using the beauty blender, you're kind of pressing the color into your skin. It really gives a nice coverage. Rather than kind of sweeping it across, which you would do with a brush, so that makes sense to me. Do we like that? This coverage is buildable. I think I might go in with a tiny bit, one more squirt, and put just a tiny bit more. A little bit more here. I always have that redness here, and we're going to go in with that pink foundation, the pink blush, but I want to have a nice clean canvas before I start. So let's just build a little bit more coverage on. The only thing about using a brush or a sponge is versus only your fingers is that some of the product inevitably is going to go into the sponge or the brush. So you may end up using more product that way just simply because of the fact that some is going to go into the sponge, which we know that. So that's why I think I had to squirt out just a tiny bit more than I would have with my fingers. But that is a really nice, even distribution. So I do like that. Good morning, Kelly. Thank you. So there's that look for there. I am going to go in and put a little bit of this strobing liquid. Hi, Jan. Thank you. Remember how much I loved it the week before. And I'm going to go ahead and add that just to give a little bit of a glow. So I'm going to do just a little bit. This was that Maybeline Master Strobing Liquid. There you go. And take a little bit on my fingertips and let's see here. Dot, dot, dot. Just on the high point of the cheekbone. And then maybe a little down the center of the nose. All right, and now we'll take the same beauty blender and just dot, dot, dot that. Okay? So for me, I love doing makeup. I think it's fun, but I don't always like doing the same thing. I like to kind of change it up a little bit to keep me from getting bored. I don't ever do the same thing one day after another, but that's okay. If you have a signature look, you may want to do the very same thing. You know, it's up to you. Good morning, Sarah. So there is our liquid strobe blended in. We had our Luminous Foundation, looks good. And our Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid on the cheeks. Love that. Now, the next step I'm going to use was that little bit ripe watermelon. Make sure this is dry now. Let's go on to lips, then we'll go back to cheeks because I want to make sure this is completely dry. Now, some people might want to put powder on at this point, but you all know that the way that I do my makeup, it's really, really light. Light layers and not a lot of powders. Now, whenever you have skin that is over 50, as mine is, you know, you begin to get lines and wrinkles and cracks and crevices, and powders sometimes can set into those. So, and also, you know, obviously a powder is going to be drier. So that's why I've really enjoyed working with this liquid and going into some more liquid things to make my skin look more radiant versus powder. When I was younger, I always used a powder foundation, but now I really like this luminous one. Things that make my skin glow and look soft and dewy versus powdery and matte. But again, that is according to the age, your skin type, and also what the trends are. The trends for makeup is very luminous, so I'm going to go with that. Now for the lip, I chose to use this, which is also from my private label. This is available on my website. The color is Baby Doll. So it's a very beautiful pink color. And this is a liquid lip. This is going to be very long lasting. However, the liquid lips in my private label line are not drying. They're very creamy. So I think I would put them somewhere in the line of liquid long lasting and a matte lipstick. That's more along the lines of what this is going to do. It's more like a matte lipstick, very long wearing but not drying at all. I love working with a longer wear color because it's going to stay. And I like to get my makeup on in the morning and then not have to worry about it the rest of the day. This might require a slight touch-up after lunch. If I get a lunch today, I'm kind of busy. But I do think I have a whole stash of Girl Scout cookies available for snack time. How many of you guys have been eating Girl Scout cookies? How many of you guys have been eating too many Girl Scout cookies? That's me. I had a client, her granddaughter was selling them, and I said, okay, I'll buy some. She said they're $4 a box. I said, okay, I'll take 10 boxes, because I thought, well, that would be a good amount donation until you get 10 boxes, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to eat 10 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. So we have been giving some of them away, but I will admit to eating an entire box this week. All right. When you're doing your lip color, just go back and forth and make sure that your shape is symmetric. Good morning, Nicole. Yes, absolutely. You can get some foundation next week. That'd be perfect. They freeze well, Sarah says. Girl Scout cookies freeze. Okay, so I don't have to eat all 10 boxes this week. Don't feel obligated to keep them fresh and eat them in the same week. They freeze well. That's a good suggestion. Let's go back and put a pot more mascara on. What was the name of that lip color? Zoe says. The name of that lip color is Baby Doll. And I will have this on my website available for sale. They're $20. And it's a long wear lip, super, super creamy. Love that. All right, now we're going to go, what I like to do is put just a little bit of color under my eyes and on the waterline. So this is a dark color. Absolutely. Kelly, you can order that on my website and I can ship that right out to you. Or if anyone's in the Tri-Cities area, they're welcome to stop by the salon. I'm in Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 5. Of course, this weekend is begins the prom season. So I'm going to be working a little bit on Saturday, every week, every Saturday this month. Now this right here, up underneath the eyelashes, do you see that? That's called the tight line. And if you take your liner and go up under there, it really completes the look. See, it's a better look. So that will help to make my cat eye look bolder from the top and the bottom. That's called the tight line. It's easier to do on yourself than for me to do to somebody else. But it really helps to complete the look if you do the tight line. I think the first time anybody ever did my tight line, I was getting my makeup done at the Christian Dior counter in New York. That's where I learned that tip from. All right, so we've got our cat eye. And remember, have your wing come out a little bit more from the corner of your eye, but a little more horizontal. That way it doesn't catch in the top part of your hooded eye where your eyelid droops down. All right, so cat eye, soft pinks on the eyelid. Now we're going to go in with the soft pinks on the cheeks. Thank you, Sherry, that's sweet. I'm going to just dip in with this little kind of round blush. I'm looking for a blush brush. I don't have one right here. So I'm just going to take this brush, dot lightly, dot on my cheeks. I can tell this is a bold color. This is very bold. So dot, dot, and then dot onto the cheeks. We don't want a lot of color. You know, the thing with makeup, you don't necessarily want to look like you just put it on. You just want to look like you have a glow. So dot into the color. You can always put more, but it's harder to take it off. I miss seeing you too, Deborah. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. So my point in saying that, very lightly touch the color, lightly put it on. It's easier to add layers of color than rub, 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 put it on and think, oh my gosh, I've got too much, okay? So light layers of color will help, I think, with your makeup routine to make it more successful. And then and to avoid mistakes. And it actually, in the long run, takes less time. So I think that just gives just like a nice little healthy glow where I just look like maybe, you know, the idea of blush to look like you're blushing. Okay, so that's pretty. And then just right here on the apples of your cheeks is where you're going to concentrate that. And then kind of you can dust it out from there. All right, I think I'm going to go back. Let's go back and just take a little bit more of that pink color and put a little more there. A little bit more. I just love to have that glow of the pink, even if I'm working with lighter colors or darker colors, just to have above, right there, above the crease line, but below the brow area, a little pink color. Looks really pretty. Try that trick anytime you're working with any of your colors. Add a little bit of your blush just in this zone right there, and it really adds an element of just really almost like youth and sparkle. So vibrant, that's the word I'm looking for. All right, now remember a few weeks ago, somebody made the suggestion, I can't remember right off the top of my head, to put a little bit of this Master Strobing Liquid on my lip color. So let's try that. We'll get just a tiny dot of this, because this is a matte lip, but if we want to add a little bit of sparkle, we'll try that. I'm game for that. Yeah. Just don't put too much. Just a little bit. So I give it just a little bit of a sparkle to it, but it still dries to a matte finish, so that's nice, because we want it to last a long time. All right, now did we cover all of our bases? Do you guys like that look? That nice pretty and pink look? Fresh look for the springtime. We started off with the Brow Balm. Then we went in with here's the Brow Balm in brunette, which is a good color for almost everyone. I did this is Onyx in the Luxe Cream Liner to create that cat eye. I used this Ripe Watermelon with this creamy shade for my eyeshadow, blush, and eyeshadow color. This is magnetic. It fits right into my compact, so I can just drop it right in and change out. The colors I had before were more fall, winter, and now this will give me a pop of springtime. I went back for the final touch with the lip color with the baby doll liquid lip and a little bit of the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid on the high points of my cheeks and a little on the lip. And I did 2 coats of the Mary Kay Lash Intensity Mascara. Underneath the eyes, I did just on the waterline and on the tight line. I did, this was a Morphe, Dark Room was the color. A Morphe eyeliner, and I did that on the waterline and the tight line, and that kind of completed that eye look. So that is the completed video, my pretty in pink look for a nice spring day before the winter weather comes back again. I really appreciate you joining me today. I hope that you have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. Share the video, comment on the video. All the people that share and comment will be entered into a contest. And for the special prize for today, for everyone that shares and likes the video, you will win one of Joshua Ivan Leonard's necklaces. I absolutely love this one, and I put it on this tight choker. So anyone that shares the video or makes a comment on the video will be entered into a drawing to win one of Joshua Ivan Leonard's hand wire wrapped custom made necklaces. So this is a fantastic gift. So share this video out, and I hope you win. I'll see you back later on this afternoon for the drawing. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.